Okay, good evening all. Hope everyone's well. Mikel isn't too far behind us, so we'll keep this fairly short. We'll take questions in both English and Spanish. We'll start here with Simon, please.
Hi.
Just if we could start, just obviously you had a great day on Saturday at Wolves. What did that goal mean to you? We saw a lot of emotion for you when you're celebrating your teammates.
Yeah, I was pretty emotional, and it meant a lot for me, but also for the team. I was so happy to give the team and to give us the victory, the 3 points, and it's a huge win. So I'm so happy.
You've had great moments like that this season, goal at Manchester City, but you've also had difficult moments where you've had injuries and setbacks. How difficult have those injuries been and not being able to play probably as much as you'd have wanted to?
Yeah, of course, I would have liked to play every game, so to be fit for all the games, but to be honest, most of the injuries that I had, I couldn't control because it was like hit or the knee, so I had just to keep on going, and I hope and I think that I'll be fit till the end of the season to help the team.
We've seen sort of bits of you, but do you think Arsenal fans haven't quite seen the best of you? There's more to come for you in an Arsenal shirt?
No, for sure I can do better, for sure, always, and I'll do it.
We'll go to Sam then, Tom.
Ricardo, the 2 goals you've scored have both been fantastic goals. Were you a striker in a previous life, and what's the secret behind these amazing finishes?
Not in a previous life. I was when I was a kid. I think like everyone, I was a striker, and I like to score many goals. Then as soon as I arrived to my first like professional team, I started to play more in the back. But I think I haven't lost this feeling with the goal. I hope.
And in training and with the finishing and the shooting with the forwards, are you always getting involved with that? Are you working on it?
Not really. And to be honest, even in trainings, I'm not so good. But then when it comes, the game is different. It just, I don't know. The ball goes in the net.
Hi, Ricardo. Obviously, you've been playing this left-back role, which Mikel has a lot of needs for that position. How have you found that transition playing for Arsenal in a very specific left-back role?
Actually, it was my position through all my career. Only last season I played as a centre-back, but I still can do this position. And also the way we play with the left-back, with the right-back at Arsenal is completely different, I would say, from the classic position, you know. So I think it's really good for my skills, for my qualities, and as I said before, I want to stay fit for the team, help the team.
And we've just learned that your teammate Miles Lewis-Skelly will not face a 3-match ban. Was there a celebration between the players learning that you'll have him available?
I was not with them when we had the news, but for sure we are all happy, and then we knew that was a mistake, I think, and now we keep on going. I'm happy for him as well.
Hi, Ricardo. This week, a lot of talk has been about stuff off the pitch, and just how has it impacted the squad? Have you been speaking about it, and how do you ensure that you remain focused on the football rather than stuff outside of it?
About what? About the referee? We were upset, but at the end, we won the game, and we are ready to play even in bad conditions as well. And now, as I said before, we are happier, I think, and we have to be ready for everything.
How mentally tough is this squad to be able to deal with things like that and put it aside almost straight away and get your focus back? Is it good at that, this squad?
I think we have to be, as I said before, we have to be ready for everything, and we're going to make it, for sure.
And is this something that will make Miles stronger? It's quite a traumatic thing to go through as a young player, but now he's gone through it. Do you think he'll be stronger for it?
I think he's a strong guy mentally and also on the pitch, so nothing happened at the end for me.
Go to Isan and Art.
Hi, Ricardo. What's it like to be involved in such big moments, like your goal against City, the goal against Wolves? You seem to step up when your team badly need a goal or a big moment. What's that like to be able to step up to the plate?
Yeah, I don't know. I just try to give my best in every games, and if I keep on going like this, I think it's even better, because this means that I'm so important for the team. So I'm just trying to play and to score even more goals, so to help the team with my kind of play.
There was a lot of excitement, of course, when you moved to Arsenal initially. What's it been like to adapt to Arsenal's style of play and obviously playing for a huge club in the Premier League?
I said I read this so many times. It could have seemed like difficult, but at the end it was not difficult because all the environment, all the club, the people from the staff, everyone, the teammates helped me a lot, and it was actually easy for me to adapt to this new league.
And positionally, do you see your future as a left back, or could you maybe change in the back line, go further up the pitch?
I think in this new era of football, the key is to be like open and to like be able to play in different positions. So it's a quality, I think.
Hi, Ricardo. Just throughout this whole season, I think a lot has happened with Arsenal from when you joined. I think the pitch has changed so much. How have you experienced this year? And has it been anything like you've experienced before when you were at your former clubs?
About what, sorry?
So with all the different kind of scenarios the team has had to face with injuries, suspensions, it's felt like a lot from the outside, but how have you felt coping with all of that?
No,
this
it
season?
was a lot, to be honest, but I don't know. I can tell that every person in the club is trying to help us and to helping me. So we feel really like a big squad, a big family, and we can make it through everything, you know.
And I know a lot of people talk about your positions, but on a human level, how do you feel you've settled into kind of London? Obviously, still very young guy, but how have you kind of felt with that side of things?
Except from the weather, the rest is amazing. And I really enjoy being part of this team, and I want to improve a lot. This was the main reason why I came here, so I'm on the right way, I think.
Okay, we have time for one question in Spanish, if there are any. Yeah, shove it here. Microphone.
Spanish.
Sí.
Buenas tardes, Sebastián Murcia para la Popular Sport. Yo quería consultarle por Mikel Merino, el talentoso jugador español, ahora que está volviendo, ¿cómo lo ven ustedes y qué cree que Mikel le aporta a este planteamiento que tienen ustedes en el Arsenal? Gracias.
Para mí primero de todo, es mi grande amigo y hablamos siempre en el vestuario, en el campo, y me ayuda, yo intento de ayudarlo también. Y es un grande jugador y tiene ganas de ganar partido, y al final creo que es muy importante por nosotros y tiene que seguir así también.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Català, sí. Me'n recordo, ma lo deixem així. ¿Esta?
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's well. Everyone's okay in the room? If you have a question, raise your hand and we'll come to you. We'll kick off with the UK media and we'll go to Sam Dean from the Telegraph. Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
We've just seen the news from the FA that Miles Lewis-Skelly's ban has been removed. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, obviously very happy that that decision has been made, and Miles is going to be able to play for us again in the next few games.
It's been quite a eventful few days and off the pitch, and lots of talk and lots of emotion, including quite a lot of unfriendly stuff towards Michael Oliver, the referee. What's your view on that and how that's all panned out?
The same. Every time I talked about that topic, regardless whether it's a player, it's a coach, it's a referee, it doesn't matter. You know, we have to really work harder to try to eradicate that part of the game that brings nothing but bad stuff, bad taste, and it makes people's life more difficult. So let's get it out. Let's kick it out.
Is that your message to any Arsenal fans who are upset or angry themselves?
Yeah, for everybody in football, I think. It should not be permitted. We don't want it, we don't need it, and it certainly damages our sport. So let's get it out.
Simon from the Standard.
Hi, Mikel. Just in terms of the squad and going into this game, obviously you'll basically have that top 8 position secured. I think we saw last year when you were in PSV, you still went with a sort of strong team. Is that your desire again, or is there an idea to try and sort of mass rotate with City at the weekend?
Yeah, no, we're here to win the game. In order to do that, we're going to have to be better than them. They're on a really good side. If you look at every game that they play in Champions League against top opposition, they have made life very, very difficult for them. So tomorrow we play a very strong team. And in order to achieve what we want to do, which is mathematically the qualifying in the best stop, which at the moment is uncertain.
And can I just ask one on the transfer window? We've spoken to you a lot about a sort of a forward and a striker. If that can't be done, is there a sort of desire for you to maybe bring someone else in a different position, a sort of midfielder? I know you've spoken about in the past sort of maximising a window. Is that something that you consider that if you can't get a forward, maybe we try and improve the squad elsewhere?
Well, there are situations open, and I always say the same, that if we can improve the squad with players that can impact us for now, for the future, we will try to do that if it's the best thing for the club, and I stand on that.
Tom from London.
Hi, Mikel. Just a quick one follow-up on Miles. Has that changed the way you've looked at perhaps the selection for tomorrow's game, knowing that now you've got Miles to use at the weekend? Does that change the way you look at maybe his selection tomorrow?
Well, it does affect, yes, because obviously we had a lot of uncertainty, not only for Sunday or for tomorrow, but for the next few games as well. So now we have more options. He's going to be available, and it's something very positive for the team.
And of course, you've got quite a few Spanish players coming back to play here as well. Mikel Moreno being one who signed in the summer, has been out with a few injuries. How has he dealt with those challenges of having to join a new club, but also be out for so much of the season?
Yeah, it's been quite unfortunate, to be honest. But yeah, Mikel's character is unbelievable. So he's so determined to have some rhythm now, some momentum. He had very good moments, especially in the last few weeks with us. And unfortunately, he had a little niggle. It wasn't nothing serious, but we're playing every 2.5 days, so you miss two matches. He's fit again, he's available, and great to have him in the team.
Jordan, the same.
Hi, Mikel. Just how is Miles? It's been a real kind of crazy few days for him. Emotions must have been going up and down, and I know he probably took it quite badly when he got sent off. So how's he been?
He was sleeping on the plane when I looked back and I got the news, so I haven't spoken to him, but I imagine a big smile on his face.
Did you not wake him up when you got the news?
No, I was working and he was in the back row, so I didn't.
And just on, I know the abuse towards officials and Michael Oliver is very serious. I know you say about eradicating it, but how? I know you're not the one to answer this, but how do we go about doing it? Because it seems to be becoming more and more a problem, especially with social media and attacking people.
First of all, spending more time making the right decisions with the right people to get it out, and then putting like the same we have put in laws and measurements and regulation in that kind of things. Let's do that. Why we haven't done it? We are all talking about it, but no one seems to be moving strongly enough and bringing people with him to get that out of the game, because it's just unacceptable.
Hi, Mikel. On the appeal, what does it show, the fact that just hours after you submitted it, you've won basically? The quick turnaround, what does that show in a way?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not an expert on the field. Obviously, the club has put all the evidence and everything that they could put together to defend our position, and it was pretty fast. So good to know today. Basically, that's helpful. So thank you.
In terms of playing away in the Champions League, you guys have obviously played really well. The 5-1 win against Sporting Lisbon, probably a highlight this season. Compared to last season, what's the difference? Because there were some games, for example, against Lens last season away, where you guys seemed a bit rattled away from home, but there's been a big shift. What's that down to?
Well, we've been more consistent, and I think we've been better, as you said. Understanding that it's extremely difficult to win and overplay opposition in the Champions League. And tomorrow we're going to face a very good opposition, and we're going to have to be very good to beat them.
Hi, Mikel. Just in terms of that on the Champions League, when you look forward to the knockout stages, I know it's not fully 100% yet, but with the preparation, do you feel like the away performances are probably what you're looking at more than the home ones in terms of wanting to improve from last year?
Yeah, both. And every game, every scenario, every context is going to be different. And it's coming here, when we need something from the game today, that well, we're here to win, and from the first minute we have that attitude and that determination to go for the game and hopefully deliver what we want.
And can I just ask about Kai, because it seems like he's been going through so much work in the last few weeks in terms of just having to do a lot of running in the games. How's he, and would this be a kind of nice opportunity to give him a little bit of a rest?
Yeah, we have a lot of players with a lot of load. He's not an exception, obviously, but his work rate, his desire, the way he trained today is just telling you that he wants to play against tomorrow, you know. And some players, when they are in the rhythm, they want to continue to do that because they feel better like this. So that's it.
Okay,
Mikel, there's a contradiction at the heart of the new Champions League format, which is to play 2 more games because everyone wants 2 more games, but the reward for doing well is to have 2 less games. What are you thinking about in terms of that period if you don't have those 2 games because you finish the top 8? How are you going to use that spell? Is that an opportunity maybe to give the players a break or maybe to work on some of the stuff that you haven't been able to work on because of the rhythm of the games? How do you plan to use that gap if indeed you end up getting it?
Well, we've got already a few ideas. We still have to earn the right to do what we ideally want, and yes, we will certainly use it for the 2 right reasons that you already mentioned.
Ian, times?
Hi, Mikel. You know Girona quite well from your past in the area and from the links with Manchester City, which has been very beneficial for them. What do you think of the multi-club arrangement, the multi-club model? And would you worry that it might distort the market if you were, say, in for a player that Girona were interested in? Girona could say, well, this could be a route to Manchester City.
I can respond to any question related to a coach or performance or the opposition, but about those topics I prefer not to talk about it. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we now got some questions in Spanish.
Hola Miguel, Jorge
Hola.
Agüero para Radio Nacional de España. 6ª temporada al frente del banquillo del Arsenal, segundos en Liga, terceros en Champions. Hay que consolidar mañana el billete a octavos, pero lo que se dice en España es que este año pues es el del Arsenal, que se puede soñar. No sé qué opinas tú, si podemos, digamos, titular así.
Soñar, ilusión, ganas, trabajo, le vamos a poner todo. Llevamos ya 2 años muy cerquita de los títulos grandes y es el momento de dar un paso. Lo que pasa es que ese paso es lo más complicado en el fútbol probablemente de hacer, pero creo que el equipo está muy consistente a nivel de rendimiento y de juego. Y nada, mañana ganarnos el pase y a ver qué viene después.
Hola, Miquel.
Hola.
Miquel Agut de RAC1. No sé si encara recordes el català o...
Sí, sí.
Sí? Vale, perfecte. No, et vull preguntar, quin Girona t'esperes demà? Perquè el Girona està eliminat, no té banda esquerra, Krejci, Blin, Bryan... No sé quin Girona t'esperes i si creus que el partit del Liverpool de fa uns dies aquí pot ser un precedent que us puguin haver vosaltres.
Sí, me los he visto todos de la fase de grupos. Primero porque es un entrenador y un equipo que me gusta mucho verlo y que aprendo cosas, y segundo porque necesito conocerlos bien, y creo que ha sido un equipo que ha sido tremendamente competitivo contra los rivales grandes, que por detalles no ha tenido resultados que probablemente ha merecido, y seguro, porque es el último partido aquí, por todo lo que han conseguido llegar hasta aquí, seguro que quieren terminarlo bien y nos van a plantear un partido muy difícil.
I ara parlàveu de Michael Oliver i dels problemes amb les crítiques i els abusos que ha rebut després de les últimes decisions. Avui Valde, a qui li van dedicar crits racistes a Getafe, també ha dit la seva sobre aquests abusos que reben futbolistes, àrbitres. Abans ho has comentat més o menys en anglès, però no sé si podries més o menys resumir-ho en castellà. Què s'ha de fer perquè no tothom que vagi al futbol pensi que té dret a fer de tot i a dir de tot via xarxes socials, etc.
Que estamos siempre poniendo mucho énfasis en la evolución del fútbol y a dónde va el fútbol en los próximos 5 años, 10 años, las normas, todo esto. Y creo que una de las mayores evoluciones que podemos tener en el fútbol es crear un entorno a nivel social que sea mucho mejor, que sea más sano, que sea más bonito, que se premien otras cosas que no sea el ganar, que cuando alguien se equivoque se le dé la oportunidad de rectificarlo, y que no sé, que no tengamos que estar con este odio y con estas cosas viviéndolas, porque afectan a todo el mundo y al final le quitan el encanto de este deporte, que es el divertirnos y el pasar momentos bonitos, que al final consiste de eso.
Hola Miquel, Marc Brugués del Diari de Girona, benvingut, Don Guiatorri. Recordes la teva primera vegada a Montilivi, a Girona, a l'estiu del 1999? Era un amistós, un torneig que es va jugar aquí.
Okay.
I en aquest sentit, com has vist el creixement del Girona com a club, sobretot en aquests últims anys?
Sí. Pues ya no me acordaba de esa fecha, así que gracias por recordármelo. Y nada, me parece una historia preciosa. Yo creo que lo que han hecho en tan poco tiempo y sobre todo de la manera que lo han conseguido, ¿no? Y lo que han transmitido, yo creo que han enamorado a mucha gente en el fútbol y han hecho crear a muchos clubes y a mucha gente de una determinada manera, con una visión y con una ambición, se pueden hacer grandes cosas. Así que felicitarlos porque creo que tiene mucho mérito lo que han hecho.
Okay, we'll take the last two questions. First from the gentleman here.
Sí, sí.
Josep Coc, de TV3. No sé si t'esperes un Girona més perillós pel fet de que no tindrà cap mena de pressió i que voldrà tancar aquesta història d'amor amb la Champions demà, amb aquest darrer partit davant un equip com el vostre, amb el potencial que teniu. Tu creus que el farà més perillós el fet de que jugui sense aquesta pressió?
Puede ser que sea un factor, obviamente es el último y todo el mundo se va a quedar con eso y seguro que ellos quieren acabarlo de la mejor manera, igual que nosotros.
Miquel, buenas noches. Sebastián Murcia para la Popular Sport. Siguiendo en la misma línea del compañero, ¿qué respecta o qué opinión le generó a usted este Girona que hizo una magnífica liga la temporada pasada y como premio a esto pudo salir en Europa? Gracias.
Lo que he dicho antes, con todo el mérito del mundo, además lo hizo de una manera, creo que haciendo a mucha gente que lo siguiera al equipo, no solo por los resultados, sino por la manera de jugar y que han tenido la suerte de poder disfrutarlo porque se lo han ganado.
Okay, everyone. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.